You can search the hashtag Skyrim Doll Collab on Instagram to see more photos of everyone's dolls, and everyone did such an amazing job. I will leave a link to the slideshow video of everyone's creations down in the description box below. I'm creating the Daedric Prince Mephala from the game Skyrim. She is typically referred to as she, although like all the Daedra, she possesses no fixed gender. She can also take on different forms. Also known as the web spinner, she enjoys seducing and interfering in mortal affairs. She is the deity of secrecy. I prepare Moanica by shaving off her hair. Once her hair is shaved all the way down, I dunk her head in hot water to make the head easy to remove, as well as the hair from inside easier to take out with less chance of the vinyl plugs tearing, since heat makes the vinyl more malleable. After that, I remove the factory paint with 100% acetone. Moanica has stronger facial features, which will be perfect for Mephala. I also love the shape of her lips. After sanding and preparing the body with a sealant, I start blushing with soft pastels. I'm giving her washboard six-pack abs. I ended up covering most of it anyway, but I like that they're there, and if I ever want to change her outfit to show them off, they will be there. After adding the shadows, I use a white chalk pencil for the highlights and then blend it out. I used cut up pieces of plastic and super glue to attach some huge nails to her hands. I used acrylic paint to paint them black. I add decorative lines in pencil extending from her fingers to her forearms. I also add more covering her torso and bust. I use a mixture of OOAK glue and black acrylic paint to create a covering for her bust. OOAK is pretty much the same type of glue as E6000. It's a transparent, industrial strength, flexible adhesive. The work time window is short, before it will no longer stretch and adhere to the surface. I add more lines with acrylic paint. I gave her some spiky silver heels. I also got a bunch of tiny spiders to cover her in. I attach one in the center of the bust with super glue. While her new spider friend is drying, I finish her manicure with a coat of UV resin. For her skirt, I am making a trumpet-style skirt that laces in the back. The skirt will sit high on the waist and will be form-fitted until the knee, where it will flare out slightly and then extend past her feet. I use clips to mark out where the hooks for the lace will go. I use this silver lace and then cut holes into it to attach it over the black skirt. Once that's sewn into place, I then add the spiders. Also, I'm about to pour them out and they look kind of real, so if you're arachnophobic, skip ahead to and you won't see them in a big pile. I also found a defective one that kind of looks like a water bug. I attach a few spiders to the dress, and then using more Uhu glue, I create spider webs all over the holes in the dress. I work very fast with the glue to make sure that it stays nice and stringy. It would have been better to do this step first, but now I am painting over the silver fabric with red acrylic paint. I use a deep red first and then a light red sparingly over top to add some depth. I also add gloss to the spiders to help them stand out more, and also it just looks creepier to me when the spiders are shiny. For the face up, I start by giving her red to black gradient lips. I blush her cheeks, forehead, and chin. Using light gray, I sketch in the eye shape. Once happy with it, I go over my lines in black and then define the lips. I'm giving her a red waterline, black sclera, and red double irises. I create the eyebrows in an upward arched angle. I use white chalk pencil to add highlights. I use tiny strokes to create the brow hairs. In order to better match the blushing that I did on her body, I blushed the entire head in a grayish purple soft pastel. I add the pupils in black pencil. I picked up these metallic watercolor pencils that I am super excited to use for the first time. Jackie O here on YouTube inspired me to get these, and I've just heard great things about them in general, so I got some. I made a color key that I taped to the inside of the lid for reference, and I made a swatch of each color in both dry and wet. Seeing the way they swatched on paper, I wasn't too impressed, but once I used them on this repaint, the metallic sheen was a lot more obvious, and I absolutely love them. I'm using it in red on the tear duct and the waterline. I dot on catch lights using a gel pen, and I added more of the metallic red pencil on each iris. Next, I create the lashes in pencil, and then I go over some of them with gouache paint. I also add a few white lashes using gouache. I give her tiny thin fangs and then add gloss. And her face is finished. I love how her face turned out so much. I used Casta's hair that I saved and turned them into wefts the same way that you would create yarn wefts. I made her crown, which sadly I don't have the footage for, but it's actually pretty simple, so I'll just talk through how I made it. The base is craft foam, and then toothpicks are glued to the back of the craft foam. Then I used Uhu glue to texture the foam, and I created spider webs in between the toothpicks. Then everything was painted in black acrylic paint with red highlights and glossed. I glue on the spiders last, and the crown is attached to the sides of the head with super glue tucked under the hair. If you want it removable, just add pins instead of gluing it on the sides. I'm giving her 8 posable spider legs that will attach to her back. First, I create the wire structure underneath. I use a spare body for size reference, and I bend the wires into shape. I secure the junction with super glue. Using foam clay, I cover each wire. Foam clay has a putty-like texture and it air dries. It can then be sanded and it's flexible when dry. I paint the tips of the legs with red paint. I used super glue to attach the legs to her back. Foam clay is lightweight, so super glue is strong enough to keep the legs attached. And she's finished. Let's see how she looks. Let me know your favorite thing about her in the comments below. I also have a playlist with all of the Skyrim Repaint videos linked below, so be sure to check it out. Give this video a like if you're still watching, and don't forget to subscribe, it helps me out a lot. If you would like to support this channel, I also have a Ko-fi link down below, so check that out as well. If you've played Skyrim, let me know how you like the game in the comments. It's been my favorite game for years now, Elder Scrolls specifically. Thank you so much for watching and all the love and support. Thanks for hanging out with me. Get it? Because she's a spider and she's hanging upside down from her web. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!